Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you all of my favorites from the month of February. Some beauty stuff, some skincare, a little kind of like a wallet-y item that I've been using a lot because I do like to kind of share those things. I think I'm wearing the same purse that I've been wearing a lot. It's just kind of the same, so I'm probably not going to go into like huge detail with that. But yeah, I just always like to kind of share what I've been into from the month. It's an easy way, I think, to kind of corral a bunch of really good things all at once, and then we can catch up a bit. So I'll get into what I'm wearing today. My same pearl earrings that are just, these are just like such a staple. I love these so much. I'll get into the makeup that I'm wearing briefly. This is the choker from Bauble Bar that's just super simple. I've just been into like simple things and not even like a lot of bracelets or a lot of things lately. I've just been super simple with jewelry, and this just goes with everything. As far as what I'm wearing, I'll stand up and show you. So this is kind of a better shot of it. I posted a picture on Instagram, so if you want to like kind of see the whole thing, it might be a little easier that way. So this is a better look at it as a whole. It's just super fun, I think, because it's got that sort of like, it's kind of has that kind of fun texture, but it's a real warm jacket. It's cut a little larger, I think, so don't be afraid to order your actual size. And I just put it on with a white tee and some Gap jeans, and then these Isabel Murat Dicker boots, I think is what they're called. Super, super comfortable. But I thought that I would wear this as much as I can before the end of the season, before it gets warm. But I just thought this would be just such a classic staple. Something that I do really love about it though is that it has silk on the, like silky material on the lining, so that you don't, it doesn't like sweat you out or anything. Like it's still comfortable enough to wear like in the house or whatever. You don't have to take it off like a coat, but then it's really, really warm. So I love this, and I really want to get some more, although the stuff's a bit expensive, so it's not like I would just like, you know, go crazy. But yeah, I'll post a picture on Instagram so you can kind of see the whole thing. And I did want to mention this. Okay, so I've been meaning to like kind of figure out how to explain this, because it's kind of redundant and annoying, I think, on Instagram to always be explaining this. But if you are on Instagram, which a ton of you guys are, more people than probably watch, I don't know, the most asked question, okay, by far, is something like about what I'm wearing or details about something in the photo. And with Instagram, you can't really, especially since you're doing it from your phone stuff, you can't link to products, you know what I mean? It's hard to do that. It's hard to link to everything that you're using. You guys obviously really like that because I do links here. If I didn't, you guys asked for them for years. You guys always say link to this. I'm very good about doing that. I don't mind doing that at all. But on Instagram, if you are an avid Instagrammer like I am, this is what I do. I use like to know it. So when I like people's photos, I can check my email and everything that I've liked from the day, details. So you don't have to worry like, what is that? What is that exact jacket? What is this? What is that? And I still always try to tell you guys like what things are, like the brands or this or that. But you know, there's just no way to link to everything. So it's a bit weird to understand, I think, for some. And people that complain about it, they just don't understand it because it doesn't affect them at all. It's a total choice. It doesn't affect what I post, but it's a choice to use or not. Like I said, I use it. It's super, super easy. It's, you know, if you're using Instagram to like photos and to find new things, which I think is kind of like the point, then yeah, it just works so that it's so easy. So I'll post the link below, and you just essentially go to the like to know it page, you sign up with your email, and you just associate your email with your Instagram account. And then you're good. You don't have to do anything else. So when you see all that in the photo caption that says like to know it, it looks all bizarre, you don't have to do anything. All you'll know is that like if you like that photo, you don't even have to ask what it is. You don't even have to think about it. Everything, all the details will be sent to your inbox. It's no different than linking to things on here. And like I said, tons of people ask that question from what things are. So super easy. I will link to that below. It's just easier, I think, to sign up here rather than figuring it out through a caption of a photo, but then you won't have to do anything else ever again. So it's pretty cool. So follow the link below and then you can sign up and it's all good. We'll get into the skincare really quickly and then we'll go into everything else. So okay, the Sunday Riley stuff. And then if you guys watched my vlog, I said that I went to the dermatologist. And mainly, you know, everything was good, so that was nice. Good, like, with my whole, like, skin cancer screening. I always get, like, I've had so many, like, abnormal things and all that. Like, not, like, you gotta be so careful. So all that was fine. So it was a good visit on that front, but I also went in more so for my skin. I've said it before that now that I feel like it's not breaking out and it's in a good place, I want to get it like taken care of, like the texture. I just want to get it looking really nice, because you almost hate to spend money on treatments or to do things when you know that your skin is just out of whack from hormones and you can only do so much to stop it. Like when I was pregnant and stuff, and afterwards it was just pretty tough for a while. So now that I feel like it's good, I just want to kind of really do things to take care of it. So she prescribed me a retinol at night. I haven't picked it up yet. I need to pick it up today. But it's something that I think I'm going to replace my Blue Moon. What is it called? The Luna? The Blue Moon is the new balm. The Luna Sunday Riley Night Oil, the sleeping oil. It has a little bit of retinol in it. I don't think it's really strong, but you know, I definitely don't want to double those up. I'm going to keep it though, because I think I might alternate it in the beginning and just see how my skin responds to it. Maybe I might use it once a week because it is really moisturizing, and I have loved the Luna oil. But I think in the whole Sunday Riley line, what is really making the biggest difference is this Good Genes treatment, which I'd heard good things about, but I was just really skeptical, and I've already used over half of it. And I feel like I use it really sparing, but I don't, it's just really, I'm really running out of it quickly. It says it brightens, exfoliates, plumps lines, evens hyperpigmentation, blah, 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 instant radiance. And I feel like since I started using that regularly at the beginning of the month, no, I started using it last month, like probably midway through last month. So it hasn't lasted a while. I think I could probably get like maybe one more month out of it. So maybe like 3 months, I don't know. Maybe I'll just start using it really, really sparing. But I feel like since I started using that, I've had more days where I just feel like my skin looks better. I used the Luna for a while before this, but I didn't notice more dramatic results until I added this in. So I would use this in the morning actually, and it's pretty greasy, I think, so you have to use a very little amount, like literally half a pump, and sometimes I do use a bit much, so maybe that is why. But at night too, after my Luna, when I applied the Luna oil, I would use this afterwards sometimes. But really is good though is if you make it into a mask, or you just use it and then just leave it on as a treatment and then maybe wash it off after a few minutes. But this, honestly, combined, I really, really noticed a huge difference. It's the Ceramic Slip Clay Cleanser by Sunday Riley, and I've used about that much of it. This is what I've been using as my cleanser lately, combined with something else. I'll show you that. But you do like maybe like 3 pumps of this, 1 full pump of this, and put it on your skin and leave it on for like, I'll leave it on for like 20 minutes to be honest with you, and then I rinse it off. And I feel like it makes your skin look really radiant, so it's a good thing to do in the morning before you actually go somewhere, because you can get the results and look nice for the day, rather than using it at night. And then, you know, sometimes I think masks are nice to use, you know, in the morning too. So those two have been really nice together. I love the Good Genes, and I am going to continue using that. I'm going to see how my skin reacts to the retinol, so I may hold off on stuff for a while, like for maybe a couple weeks, and just use like the cleanser and just see what the retinol does to my skin, and then kind of add things back in. Other cleanser, I've mentioned this so many times. That's a little thing from where I used it this morning. I've mentioned it so many times. It's so good. I'm going to repurchase another one again when it runs out. It's the Tada Harper Regenerating Cleanser. I have about this much left, and this stuff just, I really go through this too. So nice. It is the best exfoliator I have ever used. You've got to try it. It's just so nice, and it makes your skin feel really moisturized, and all those things I feel just make my skin look plump and pretty and clean, and my skin hasn't really been breaking out, so it's been really nice. New mascara this month, the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. And again, like I said, like favorites aren't necessarily new things, just things that I've been using more than others. But this happened to be a new discovery, kind of new, because I did have a sample before that I really liked, and sometimes the actual full sizes aren't as good as the samples. If you guys know, I've had that happen so many times. This one is just as good, and it's all I'm wearing today, and I feel like it gives you like a false lash look. And when I went to Ulta, I was wearing it that day, and the girls really were like, oh my gosh, what are you? It's nice, and I love the packaging. It's really it's kind of big, but the brush is so perfect. It is shaped just like the Better Than Sex mascara brush, but it has shorter bristles, and that's the only thing about that Better Than Sex mascara. Sometimes can be a bit like the bristles are kind of big and it's like, it's kind of like going everywhere. But this stuff is so good. Sometimes when you get a mascara, it's good right away. I can always tell if I'm gonna like a mascara right away based on like the brush and the formula and stuff. But a mascara does not really get good and like love it status until I think a few weeks later when it kind of dries out. But this, it was just good from the jump. Like it's so nice, really volumizing, builds really, really well, super black, but not clumpy, not too wet. It's just perfect. I love it. I'm a broken record with this stuff, but the Herborian BB is just, it's amazing. It's what I love it so much. I mean, hands down, if there's one thing I could recommend, like foundation wise, it would be that, because it has amazing coverage, but it's kind of like all you need for like moisturizer and stuff in the morning too, if you just use it right after after you wash your face and stuff. It's really nice. You don't have to layer a bunch of stuff on. And then of course I purchased the Nars Sheer Glow foundation at the end of the month, and I haven't used it enough to say it's like favorite status, but I really like it. It doesn't have as much coverage though as the BB cream, but it's kind of like, it's weird to say like if I want a more natural look, I'd go for this. But the BB cream is already pretty natural, but it gets good coverage. But this is a good foundation. I just cannot stay away from that BB cream. It is so, so good. The mascara, or the eyeshadow that I've been wearing mostly is this Bobbi Brown palette. It really surprised me because the few Bobbi Brown products that I have tried over the years, I actually really like. There's a few of those eyeshadows that are really dark, you know, that I kind of double line with. There's the cream liners, so good, or the gel liners, whatever. But this is nice. Like I never had a palette, I never had like a lot of like specific like color makeup. But this is the Everything Eyes palette that I think is exclusive to Nordstrom. And the colors are just perfect. It's one of those, it's like literally everything that you need but it's compact, you know, it's got the brushes in there, and it's nice. Like you can set it up and it's just the perfect, like to hold it and like do your makeup is so perfect. So definitely I would recommend this. I've been using this on my eyebrows. It's the Hourglass Arch Pencil in Warm Blonde. When I had dark hair, this was not the right tone for me. I thought that, you know, this wasn't very precise. I was used to using the Brow Wiz, which I still really love. But I ran out of my Brow Wiz this month and thought, you know, I'm gonna use what I have. I'm gonna really try this. And after going blonde again, this color actually really works. When I had darker hair and I used this, I remember this looked so warm and just ridiculous, but it looks really good, I think. And it's just kind of soft. It's something that I didn't like that became a favorite, obviously, because I've used it so much and I've never, you know, I haven't had the urge to find anything else. It's got a really good little spoolie on the end, which is important. The lip color that I've been using the most is hands down the Anastasia Pure Hollywood. Pure Hollywood. I love the formula of these. I want to try more now. Very similar to the Kat Von D, but I think these are even, not that the Kat Von D they're not drying, that's why I like those, but I would say these are even less drying. I like the formula of this one, just a hair, but it's very similar to the Kat Von D, but I think it's even better. So it's just the perfect nude, but with some color. You don't feel like it's too much. Some of the liquid lip colors, they're so pigmented, they're beautiful, but sometimes you feel like they can be, I feel like they can be a bit much. I really like wearing these with Olivia and stuff because I haven't been wearing like goopy lipstick or lip gloss or, you know, unless it's just like lip balm or something, because I'm always kissing on her and I'm always, you know, and when you have a kid, it's hard sometimes, I think, because, you know, you're just like, is your kid just covered in lipstick all the time? And I just feel gross, like kissing all over her sometimes but these are nice because they don't transfer. So that's why I think I have really fallen hard for these liquid lipsticks, is because that's like a little added bonus. A couple more things. I have gotten back into this powder. I don't know if it was all of the strobe powder talk and then, you know, I had busted this back out at the beginning of the month, but the Hourglass Ethereal Light, I'm back into it. I used to always use it here, you know, like over. Yeah, it really is nice. And I also went back to using my Prep and Prime Radiant Rose right here. It's just the best. You just make like a bunch of little wispies. I don't know. I feel like I've done that a million times in a video, and it's just, and I also got the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, I didn't buy it again. I busted out my old one again. And I will say, I like it. But this is still better. It's just, I don't know. I cannot get it. It doesn't settle in your lines. It never makes you look old. And then if you use this just kind of right here, you get that glowy look without it looking powdery. this is just such a good combo. The Radiant Rose and the Ethereal Light, such a good combo for this area. If you're also curious, the Makeup Forever, I feel like this isn't so much favorites. It's just kind of, I mean, it is favorites, but I'm kind of like talking about other stuff too, but whatever. It's kind of like an update, I think. The Ultra HD, these are amazing. Like, so freaking pigmented. If you can get your color right, they are amazing. So try out a couple colors, you know, don't give up if you think it looks like crap, because it may be the shade, because they are so pigmented that you really have to get the color right. And I kind of compared this to the effect, like the bright, really makeup-y effect. I don't want to say makeup-y, but you know, that you get almost like if you did that whole baking technique, and I did a whole video on that. This can be, if I was really just going for it and really wanted, like, this would be good to use, but every day to day, I feel like that Prep and Prime just wears so comfortably and wears really well throughout the day, but this is also good too. I think if I use, this one's very bright, so I was kind of using it here, you know, to use really, you know, to be really bright, but I think if I got one closer to my skin tone, this would just be the perfect thing to use, like, lightly around your nose and around areas, and then kind of blend in, and you wouldn't have to use so much foundation. So I don't know, I might try that too, because it's very clean feeling, you know, but you have to use a little bit or it can get really makeup-y and thick. But that's the thing, it's kind of like the Marc Jacobs, what's it called? Not the Remarkable Foundation. It's so pigmented that you need the tiniest amount. So if you use a more, or you use like the amount that you'd normally use for that area, it might be a bit scary. The new Tartelette Tease palette, I feel like, is the other eyeshadow that I've been using a lot, but that's been like the last few weeks of the month. So I don't think that's really enough to call a favorite yet, although it'll probably be in next month's at the rate I'm going, because I've really, really enjoyed this. This is a good one. Also, I will mention a couple more little things. This Hourglass Sculpting, what's it called? The Sculpting, what the heck is this called? It's a little tool, you know, that you use for your strobing powders. This thing is so, so good, and a lot of people are like, well, would a beauty blender work? Yes, because, you know, you're not dampening it. You can just put it on, but I think what is so unique about, yeah, sure, this is gonna pick up more than a brush, and it's really gonna put it on, but the flat edge of this is what really makes it nice and really kind of piles it on. That being said, because it piles it on, you need this little flocked end to kind of, and this blends it without removing it. So if you were gonna do that with like a sponge like this, when you blended it, I think it would go back and kind of remove it. It wouldn't really blur it like this does. This is just perfect. It's one of those things, is it super necessary? Maybe not, because you can maybe use something else, but I don't think you're gonna get the same exact effect, because nothing I've ever seen has this little flocked side, which I know sounds silly, but it just, this makes the difference. The Real Technique sponge does have a flat edge, so that would be perfect for, you know, applying. So if you have that one, try that. But you're not gonna have this little flocked edge. So yeah, I think it does make it a little unique and special, but I've had that setting out all month and I've been using it, and so it's something that I don't see myself not using for a while, because now I'm totally used to it and it's just so good. It's so much better than the result you get from a brush. And lastly, I always like to mention, you know, if I'm using a handbag a lot or using a particular little item a lot, I'm gonna share it, and I am gonna do some more handbag videos. I kind of fell out of that, but I'm gonna do a closet tour soon. I'm thinking about collection videos, I'm not sure. I just haven't quite made the decision to do that yet. But you know, this is something that I have been loving. I've fallen in love with it so much, to the point where I don't really use anything else in my purse, and it's so convenient. It takes the place of like 3 different things. Okay, so 3 different things? I don't know. Okay. So I've been using my Speedy B 30, my Empreinte, or no, what is it? The Damier band bag, and just the same bag I've been using. I used my little mini Rocky, my Alexander Wang mini Rocky some this month, but kind of the same as I think January, pretty much. This is awesome. I purchased this several months back and showed it in a video. It's the little Empreinte key clay. I'll put the exact name below. And I got it in black. I do have the Empreinte Speedy B25. I've had the Luminous PM in the Empreinte for like years, and it never showed any wear. It's the best leather. It's just so durable. I think that honestly, like for wallets and little things like this, key holders, things that are gonna get banged around, it's kind of silly to get in a print or to spend a lot on something that's gonna get worn or that. And honestly, this leather, just, I know from experience of having a bag that I beat that Luminous PM around for years and it looked brand new. So I'm a really big believer in this ombre. It's just my favorite thing. My favorite material from Louis Vuitton. It's just so nice. So this is what it looks like. And it is a key holder. So it has a big open pouch like that. It has a pretty chain for your keys like that. And then on the back, it has a zip. Now I was using my key, like the 6 key holder that was in the vernis in the rose color, that light pink. And it's the one that has the little hooks. And for years I had the Murat one in the vernis that had the 4 key rings. And it wasn't really big enough it was just to use as a key holder. So when I got the 6 key holder, it was so nice because you can put more keys in it. You can put cards behind it. It's just super, super great. But I was finding that I wasn't really using this one for keys. It was more so of a wallet that I got. So I was using this as a wallet, and you know, I would kind of switch around to different things. I found that when I use this as a wallet, it was almost, I don't want to say too big, but this is such a large area that I felt like it was perfect. Okay, it was good, but I just felt kind of like this little thing was just always kind of flopping around, and I thought I really need to use this for keys. But I had my keys in the little rose ballerine, you know, the little holder I was talking about, and it actually started getting dirty. Like, I guess I was just spoiled to the Murat vernis one because it never got dirty, it never looked scratched. The pink one really started getting worn because I actually used my stuff, you know. So put my keys in it, including like a big key fob, put it all on the little thing, and it fits in here perfectly. Now, I don't need to access my keys at all when I use my car, really. It just, you know, as long as you're close to it, you can just, so having this was pretty handy because I don't really have to access the keys. I can leave them kind of shut in here. And then I have my like insurance cards, my driver's license, and I have cash on the end. So I don't need to access this pocket very much at all. So that kind of stays closed. And you can see there's just so much space, like it's not bursting at the seams, but you can see it's a nice little thing that's holding a lot, you know, but it's comfortable. And then back I have 5 cards, like debit card, I have a credit card, I have like a shopper's card, and another, you know, a few other things, and it's just easy. When I need to get it, I just open it. And it's all I need. Like, I can literally put this in my pocket and go, and it has my keys, it has my cards, it has my money. It's not like carrying keys and a small wallet. It's just so convenient and easy. I just don't see myself switching back into that other one, and I think I might sell it, my little pink one, but I don't know. I can't sell my Murat one because I love it so much. Even though it's a 4, I love that one so much, but I don't know, I might sell the pink one, not sure. So I'm just not using it, but this is just perfect. I feel like it's very me. And the other day, like when I was getting gas, it was just so simple. I just got it out, I walked around because it has my keys, so, you know, for getting into the car and stuff. But then I also have my money and stuff in here, so I'm not kidding, it's just easy. This is the most like genius thing. I know it's stupid, but this I could go on and on about, and I totally have, but totally, totally worth it. Yes, the on-pront things are a little more expensive, but when you think this is your keys, this is your, you know, wallet, really nice. This thing is cool. I just feel good about, you know, is that weird? I just feel really excited about this. So guys, I'll let you go. Thank you so much as always for spending the time with me today, and getting a little glimpse into what I've been using a lot this month. So many great things. So thanks as always for watching. I love you guys again for spending the time with me. As always, I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. Definitely if you're into Instagram, if you use it, you know, it's not gonna change anything to do with how I do Instagram. It's literally just a little blurb at the end that will help people if they want, you know, if you are signed up, it'll send what I have in the photo to your inbox, and that's the like to know it thing. If you want to do that, I will link it below. I think it just makes it easy, and for me, I personally like to use it. It doesn't change the way Instagram works really for anyone, unless if you want to use it, so, which I think is really convenient. So if you are like, I don't want to use that, and you don't understand, or you're just I don't know, then, and you just don't want to do it, it does not affect anything. I'm posting exactly like I always do, but for me, it's tedious, I think, sometimes, because I know you guys want to know what things are, but every post that I do, I don't want to always feel like, okay, let me write exactly everything this is. For me, as the poster, it's just easier because I can just, you know, I have this whole little thing of things I can just be like, doop, 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 that's in the picture, that's in the picture. It's easy, and I think it's easier for y'all. If you actually have used it and you get it, then you get it. But it's just, a lot of times I don't use it because it's tedious to explain, you know? So I don't want to explain it in every blurb of every video. So if you want to try it, I will link below. It's free, it's easy. I think it makes everything easier, especially for you, but it really makes it easier for me too. It makes me be able to post, I think, like more organically, because I'm not like, okay, let me also type everything this is. Like, I can just go through my little list and just touch like, do, 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 that's in the picture, that's in the picture, and then it just shows up, you know? It's not, I don't have to type any. You know, it's just easy. So I hope that helps you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.